Hello everyone, welcome back to the library. This time around, we're going to try to beat the Forsaken Murderer. Now, I feel like we should just go ahead and run to the encounter without anything. You do not want to face it again, that's unfortunate. Because you must face it. So let's see. First of all, it's immune to blunt damage, okay. And in terms of regular damage, right, it's just kind of fine and immune to blunt. It's weak to slash on its sanity, fatal on sanity, and blunt still ineffective. Okay. So what I'm hearing is that, let's see, is it Pierce? Yeah, it's Pierce it's weakest against. So let's do this. Engage. There we go. Unfortunately, it did worse to me. Of course, I can easily fix that later. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, my turn. Let's do a light attack. And it's going to beat me. Alright, that's not a surprising outcome. I didn't buff them up with anything. Of course, now, this time around, I'm ready to buff them. Now that we had our test run. First of all, Rampage. No, probably not. Gut Harvesting, on the other hand, could be viable. But first, he's solid. We need to give you something that will buff your stats up sufficiently. Maybe this? Because I don't suppose the new pages we have. Yeah. You know, let's go Jack. Yeah, going this boosts your minimum dice, which I just realized, yeah. That's actually kind of huge. I might switch other people to Jack, maybe. I probably won't for now, though. Anyway, you saw it. Now that you're Jack, you can't have any bludgeoning. So let's go Gut Harvesting. Yeah, that sounds useful. Or Focus Strikes. Yeah, let's go Focus Strikes. Oh, but bleed. And then 3 multi-hit. Let's just go pure offense. For those anyway. And then for the bottom ones, we'll do these. Okay, I think this works. Okay, let's get another attempt going. Forsaken Murderer. I find it interesting they say, I did not want to face it again, because I think they said it the first time as well. Do they have a history with this thing? Okay, right now it's defending. I don't think it'd be wise to use my heavy hitting strike right now. So instead we'll just use Appetite. Alright. It's doing another weaker move, okay. So let's keep doing Appetite until it presents itself with a vulnerability. Okay. Roll the dice. Here we go, that's a heavy hitting attack. Which is why I'm going to use this move. Okay. Now it should be bleeding. Of course I'm healing. Okay, it goes first. That's unfortunate, but we can handle it, I think. Okay, we staggered it. Fantastic. Meaning now I can use Gut Harvesting at full value. 1, 2, 3. Oh right, it's only a 2. Oh, it's using another one of those attacks. Well, Multi-hit should do the job fine. And it was struck down. Victory. Okay, again, not insanely difficult. And now we unlock the abnormality benefits. Dang, check out how orderly these books are organized. The compulsion's almost scaring me at this point. Your clothes are still slovenly? He straightens Roland's attire again. I appreciate it, but it feels kind of awkward to be honest. Proper attitude of the mind begins with a well-conducted body. Well, I guess I should say thanks. What was your business this time? Nothing unusual. Got some books to deliver. Some questions asked. Heard from Malkuf that the librarians here used to be humans long ago. Is that true? It is. Were you all seasoned brawlers in your past lives then? Like the ringleaders of syndicates? Well, my intuition as a fixer is telling me otherwise. Your observation would be correct. None of us lived such a violent life. Well, some of them were violent, like Goombella. Save for a couple exceptions, that is. Knew it. How are you so skillful at dealing with guests, though? It's thanks to the books that we gained the powers of previous guests through their books. That's why you guys seem to grow stronger with every book I gave you. In the library, books act as a source of power. Emotions can do the same. Through the books, we can imbue our own bodies with senses and strengths that were engraved in others' bodies. Moreover, the library can amplify the emotion of its innocence. It acts upon visitors and residents alike. Wow, these books are more impressive than I thought. Heck, they might be better at surgeries and tools most workshops have to offer. Information's one thing, this could be a real moneymaker. You think in secular terms? Call it the pathetically tearful survival instincts of a man who's lived most of his life in poverty, will you? Anyway, that's all for my questions. Thank you for your kind answers. Don't mistake this for kindness. I do not particularly think highly of you. You're no more than Angela's little lapdog. What? Hey, that's rude. You know I didn't take this job by choice. Does that necessarily exempt you from guiltiness, however? Now, if you're done with your errands, kindly take your leave now. That little piece of garbage. Let's see. So, another assistant. Emotion level 2. I don't think I've ever gotten to use these things with downsides before. I'm not sure how to trigger them. I'm not sure I want the downsides, of course, but let's see. Single ally. Upon a successful blunt attack, inflict 1 bind paralysis next scene. Okay. Chained Wrath. Single ally, blunt dice gain 1 to 3 power, but the speed is reduced to 1. Okay. Single ally, lower the minimum value of all dice by 1 and raise the maximum value by 3. Okay, so they can be pretty unpredictable then. That's cool. So now you also get your own ally. I should probably set you all up with a basic loadout. In the unlikely scenario that I get overwhelmed, that'd probably give me some insurance that I don't suddenly die. Because in one of my runs, these two actually did lose, and it was an off-camera run. I was just messing around. And the next floor got to participate in the fight. Let's see. So you need a key page, right? Here, you can become them. I'm not sure what happened if I don't give you anything. So I'll just choose 3 of something I have a bunch of. There we go. And then 3 of a 1. And then on the other level, I'll let you be them as well. I'll probably just need to farm more of them, but I can farm more of them. then for combat, 3 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of these. Finally, you need something. Here, be a Bat Street Butcher, so that you can gain 3 Mutilate, 3 Focused, and 3 Endure. There we go. Now I'm going to do another off-camera run of these so that I can get more of their cards. Alright, both of their books are now going to be sent an invitation. I think I might consider finally going through with upgrading my 2 units. Turning them both into jacks. I think if I turn them both into jacks, then I'd be stronger overall. I'd have a higher speed and also the passive healing and more health. Ah, Lulu. Why is our office so unpopular with clients? They're a streetlight fixer. Our office is officially designed or designated by the Zwei Association as an affiliate too. And the crime rate of territory secured by the streetlight office remains at a remarkable 0% as long as the contract is in effect. Okay. We only covered 2 blocks of space at most though. We'll eventually get work if we wait. That's Mars. Yeah, sure. You can keep waiting the rest of your life. I'm seriously considering moving to another office. I thought you'd have what it takes to work for a bigger office. Like you, I have several business connections I made from experience. Do you understand? Your mother must be too busy being a legendary fixer or whatever, while I have friends who can help me right away. Yeah, some great fixer you are. Yeah, why thanks. I know I'm great. Hey, you ate the cake in the fridge, didn't you? That's sand, not to be confused with sands. Guys, I have work for you. Fighting again, are you? This sob ate the cake without even asking me. The expiration date was yesterday, so I took care of it, that's all. Ugh! It's my cake and it was expired. I'll take care of it on my own. Anyway, boss, how about that work? Don't change the topic. I'll get you another cake, so calm down for a moment, alright? But that was a limited edition cake. I'm still rather skeptical about it, but I got this from a friend of mine at the association. The associate fixer working directly under the Zwei? Yeah, it's her. The Hannah Association has yet to consider this request as a subject needs to be addressed officially. Have you heard of the library? Okay, so I guess we've sent out a number of these invitations, and it's just taking time for people to accept them. That's why people are starting to hear of us. Some stories of it, we overheard rats talking about it. Said the books in the place have tremendous value or whatever. I see, I retrieved an invitation to that library from my friend I just mentioned. But we might not get much payment from this request if it's off the record. And it won't count towards our official career either. Such as it is, the association's trying to remain cautious about it. Are we really going to walk into a place we know nothing about? She did promise to see to it that we're rewarded with pay comparable to an urban legend class request if everything goes down well. Surely it was a bad idea after all, don't you think? Let's do this. Guess we have no choice. It's still too uncertain, but we need that money. I haven't been too busy lately. Thanks everyone. We'll get through it like we always have. Zwei? Hannah? They're talking about associates and the fixers. It takes more than just setting up an office to jump into the fixer business. There are a total of 12 fixer associations across the city, each in charge of different types of work. Cases and requests are all sorted according to the type and sent to one of those associations. Association manage offices and delegate work to them, I see. Alright. That's right, sometimes the association might send documents to multiple offices at once, or directly have associate fixers take care of the work. And among them, the Hannah Association is overall in control of all fixers. They grade fixers and authorize offices and stuff. Do offices have grades as well? Essentially, the requests sent out by the association are graded too. They really love to grade things, don't they? It's easier to know that way. Know what? How valuable I am as a person. Think about it. Who in the city would claim this is my worth, confidence? Everyone's busy minding their own business. No one's going to lounge around having deep conversations about each other's value. Knowing each other's grades and affiliations, on the other hand, can save a ton of words. You can tell if they're above or below the person you're talking to right away. Sounds like people stop trying to learn or think about it at some point. But won't you say the same once you experience... Bet you won't say the same once you experience city life for a bit. You have to interact with so many people out there whether you want to or not. People have been looking for ways to adapt to the city. This is just one of them. Guess we really are desperate to think we take on a job like this. Stop complaining. We should be glad to have work at all. I know, do you really have to point out the obvious? Now, cool it down, guys. Can't tell if you're best friends or worst enemies. Excuse me, please don't associate me with this goof. I certainly don't want that either. Alright, let's just have a feast at Julie's restaurant once this is over. Tabs on me. Yeah! Greetings, dear guests. You seem to be well acquainted with each other. Who are you? Prepare yourselves. There is no need to be so wary. Your ordeal is not started yet. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Nice to meet you. I'm Sans from the Street Life Undertale office. We were brought here by the invitation. There's something I'd like to ask about it. What is it? I actually retrieved this invitation from another person, not directly from you. Are we still eligible? Yes, indeed. The invitation eventually reached you, dear guest, and you signed your name for your own will. Everything has worked as intended. So does that mean that if someone forces you to sign it, it doesn't count? I see. May you find your book in this place? Huh. She was a nicer person than I thought. Did that look like a human to you? I mean, she did have the shape of a person, but something about her didn't feel right. Though I can't exactly put it to words, she probably is a machine. Didn't expect to see a machine so similar to a human being. Let's focus on our work. Once again, you must back off as soon as you feel that you're in danger. Are they going to run? That'd be very intelligent. I don't believe it, though. Floor is available. Okay. Well, let's get this over with. And then I think I'm going to farm up more Jacks and load up my main team with Jack. Yeah, so Sans, careful. Mars is confused and Lulu is bloodthirsty. Alright, here we go. First things first, we need to eliminate the cautious one. I'm not fond of letting someone who actually is intelligent live for an extended period. This is all my fault. I shouldn't have led my team here, so little information. Fantastic. Apparently their mood went up. Okay. These are too weak. Alright, go get them. 1, 2, 3. Scars. Don't call these people foolish, you're the biggest coward. Well, that's aggressive. You go in like that. And let's overpower this one. There we go. Stagger. Dead. They were tougher than they look. Things aren't looking too good, so I'm backing off for now. What do you mean backing off? Do you mean that you're not dead? I'm confused, but Rampage plus light attack. 1, 2. Maybe you should have told her how you feel? Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, it's too late now. Okay, they are all eliminated. I thought it was like she got away and I was thinking, huh? We only got Books of Mars. Interesting. They're still rookies. It's not a good idea for fixers to form such tight bonds with each other. Well, I guess this would be a lesson for them. Talk as if you're all used to this. Oh, I've already gone past that phase, and some more too. Forming bonds aren't bad per se, but there's just too much risk associated. The real deal fixers know when to cut things off. You mean keep enough distance from people so you won't feel hurt from their losses? Yep, it's just ironic the people who weren't even mentally prepared to face death are applying for a job that involves killing in the first place. Literature, huh? This has to be the most unfitting category for the city. Hello, I'm Hod, in charge of the floor of literature. Hey, I'm Roland, helper of Angela in several ways. I see. Don't tell me, do you also happen to hold some sort of grudge against her? I'm not at all friendly towards her, that's for certain. We made a deal first, so I'm obliged to help her without complaint. Oh boy, future ain't looking too bright. Everyone's got a problem with her. Yep, are you really surprised though, Roland? What the heck did she do to deserve this reputation? She's done something unforgivable. Just like I did in the past. I still don't know a whole lot about this place, but I can see one thing. Something's terribly messed up with this library and its staff. Can this all even be resolved at some point? I can't answer that for sure, but you'll get to see the result. After all, there's a clear end to this ordeal. If you follow Angela along her journey to the end, you'll find out. This is frustrating already. Wonder when this game gets more difficult. I have guests to receive and librarians to take care of. Can't we all be good friends? Among the books you bring, I'll be sorting those about the literature of the city. As we collect more books, you might be able to find answers to your questions, whether you like it or not. Yeah! I'm finally starting to see why Angela hates roundabout speech so much. Alright, fine, I'm gonna dig to the bottom of this mystery now I've gotten into this mess. Good luck, Mr. Roland. Why, thanks for your supportive words, Miss Hod. Okay. So now we have another librarian. That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and farm Jacks really quick. Oh, I forgot how the system works. I have to burn these to get some. Yeah, let's just burn 3 of these first, and then I'll try to get more Jacks. Here we go. Alright, alright. So I got a Mars. Speed higher. And... oh shoot! You are an actual pretty nice page. You have no weaknesses. You have a higher speed. And you deal extra stagger enemies. Okay. What about the rest here? I can't tell if the rest of these are viable. But shoot, Book of Mars? I think I'm going to farm. No, wait, you can only use 1 Mars. Okay, in the meantime, let's open up some of these. And see if I can get another Pierre and Jack. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mess with this a little. Okay. First things first. My main 2. You. I'm going to move you from who you are right now. Let's see, I'll save your current setup. Yeah, as 1, I guess. And now I'm going to change who you are. If I can do this right. You are right here. No, you aren't. Is this you? Is there an easier way to do this? Because I'm so lost. The art of defense. Who's the art of defense? Is that Aerie? It is. Okay. So you're one of the Aeries. Okay, you know what? I don't know how to do this, so I'm just going to find Mars and equip. Okay. Here, empty. And now go in here and load. Yeah. So now you're way stronger than before. I like it. And I'll save this as that, so that I can promote you to Jack. So equip. And now go in here and import. Okay. So now all of these should be emptied. I think someone was using this build. Mabel, right? Shoot, yeah, that's supposed to be Mabel's build. Okay, look at this one. Save it as 3. And then Mabel's going back to Jack. I'm gonna do this off camera. Alright, here we go. Here's Mars's page. I notice I don't see pages for the other two, so I'm assuming that means they escaped or something. My mother is a fixer of a high grade that every one of my peers would dream of reaching. She was the envy of all, a radiant individual who received endless supplies of various expensive equipment and garnered constant recruit offers from other offices. Does that mean I had a nice, happy childhood where I was raised well? Nope. I would have been in one of the wings already if that was the case. Being the son of a high-ranked fixer, I was targeted by syndicates, and they had high expectations for me. First, I was fine with it. I was dreaming to follow her path. I studied, worked hard, and dreamed. And I was just kind of ordinary. I learned I was only an ordinary person of ordinary talent when I entered an ordinary office. My mother seemed very glad to hear the news. She said an associate office of this way was a good start, and I'd become successful. I worked my way up slowly. However, I was too disappointed until I said my final goodbyes. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, you two know the drill. Actually, wait, really quick. How do I don't suppose I got you anything recently. Ooh. Oh, it is equipped. I just couldn't tell that it was. Okay, so you have nothing. Got it. Here we go. Let's send an invitation over. The Book of Mars. Because I think you can only have one, right? Actually, wait. Interesting. So I'm doing a test run. Trying to get more Marses to see if I can. Let's see. First, I need to let Mars be the last one to die, so let's kill Lulu first. So, if I had zero cost things, I could do a second action here. Okay. Interesting. That's actually crazy useful. Let's see. I think I'll need to switch up things. Yeah, so I might give them lower cost attacks just so I can actually utilize the double. Okay. So first you, Rampage, Then you go feeling good as your first, and then as your second. There you go. So you're struggling for your rampage, but you are feeling good. There we go. Because of that, we're going to get our books of Mars. One, two, rampage. Let's see how this one works out. I think it's going to work out nicely ultimately. There. Dang, that person! They probably aren't feeling too healthy. Okay, now you overpower the dying one. Well, you use your remaining attacks on them. So using 2 cards a turn burns through your cards. Alright, Book of Mars obtained. Okay. That's all you can do. You overpower them. Dead. There we go. Alright. Well, onwards, right? So it's confirmed. I didn't get the page or the book of Sans or Lulu because they actually got to run away. I'm terribly sorry. It's all my fault the job went wrong. We are taking our hands off of the library from now on. This is out of our scope to begin with. I already sent a report to the Zwei. What? What about Mars? Was his death pointless then? I really am sorry. You can blame me all you want. I misjudge. Our profession is peacekeeping, not exploration or combat. There's a cake in the fridge. Was that you, boss? Cake? No, I didn't buy any cake yet. I'll go outside for a bit. Wow, you stupid idiot! It's not like you at all to buy cakes for others. You said your mother's an amazing fixer. You love to show off your stupidly big sword saying it's a gift from her. You brag so much that you'd be like her one day. Mars's book. That's what happens to people who die in there. I won't let them toy with him. I'll never let them. Sans will totally try to stop me if I bring this up. I'll go there on my own. Boy, this is frankly heartbreaking. Shouldn't have seen that. That's funny, coming from the one who gave a speech about how fixers shouldn't cling to bonds. That's that, and this is this. Still reacting to every bit of loss and waste of energy. Everybody lives with burdens to bear. I have my share of unfortunate events, and so do others. It's rude to expose that without the listener's agreement. They'll be bothered to learn something you didn't really have to know. They're already carrying a hefty load of emotional baggage, and telling them your sob story will feel like you're showing off how heavy your own baggage is. I have a bit of sympathy, they'll also be displeased. Don't over-express your feelings whether you're happy or sad. Say goodbye to each other with the appropriate words, all for the sake of each other. That sounds even more tiring. And I shouldn't let my feelings distract me from my librarian work most of all. I have to stay level-headed and help you collect books. Alright, as soon as you become useless to me, I'll dispose of you. Then I'll go back to my duties of being a useful servant for the sake of my survival, ma'am. Shut up. I don't need a greeting from a despicable piece of junk. I'm here for Mars's book, and I'll get this book, kill all the monsters here, and blow your head clean off. I'm afraid your third statement's going to be difficult for you to fulfill, dear guest. I should shut up. Sigh. May you find your book in this place. Okay. Multiple acts. I see, so Lulu got her friends. I was wondering how this was going to work. It would be a bit difficult for Lulu to face this again unless she has like a determination mode. These are the powerful nerds you talked about, huh? They look too clean and lean. It's like I'm looking at textbook examples of boring. Considering I'm wearing your friend, or your Lulu's friend's corpse, you shouldn't say things like that. Alright. Well, they don't seem like they're going to give me too much resistance. So let's make quick work of them. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Both of them staggered. Sure, let's go Pale Hands on you. Here we go. 1, 2. Well, you rampage. Now let's see if you're still ready to talk like you're tough. Why did I bother coming here? I gotta try harder. I should. Am I for real? Yep. I mean, did you really expect anything else? So 2 more. 1 and 4. Oh wow. Lulu got stronger for this, and also look at this wonderful page here. Way less health than, say, Mars, yes, and also super low sanity. Gosh, I'm not sure I could make use of you because of that, but look at these benefits. 50% chance to inflict burn, 25% chance to boost blunt, 12% chance to boost blunt die power. I'm going to guess that the number that precedes the ability represents how good it is. Anyway, let's handle them. Scene 1. Too clean and lean. The leader. Let's see. I'm sure you'd like that, for me to be the leader. Well, Lulu, I think that it's important for me to take you out last. Wouldn't feel quite as enjoyable if you die first. Alright, 1, 2. And then a little bit of defending, and another strike. Another defend. Ouch! That must have hurt. It's a good thing that's not happening to me. Alright. Here we go. Your turn. Overpower. There we go. 1, 2. Dead. Thought we could win this together. One fell. Gotta stay sharp. Yep, I figured. You're going to be pretty ineffective with everything in mind. Yeah, I'll just let you take that hit. Mars kept fighting, knowing he might die like this. I can't lose to his guts. Let's see. Here we go. Feeling good. Followed by light attack. And then after all that, Rampage should be set up. 1. Yeah, I just need to reduce your defense that you can't block. There we go. Well, I hate to tell you, but I don't think there's anything left for you. Goodbye. I can't go like this. I can't die here all the same. Well, I would say that if you did want to die, you shouldn't have come in here. But I don't think you expected that this was possible. Got a new little headwear. But for Mabel. 2% chance to boost stagger damage. Also, so many of the Backstreet Fixer books. And also some Lulu books. Hopefully we can get everything we need out of 2 Lulu books. Are you feeling guilt or any other strong emotions? I'd be lying if I said I felt nothing. I've already seen plenty of these cheap tragedies. Been the victim myself a whole lot of times too. Sound like a seasoned veteran for someone who just introduced himself as a washed-up fixer. I have my reasons. What, are you curious? I'm really wondering if, like, Roland has a history where they were a super powerful fixer but then lost everything. You said it's a rude thing to do, didn't you? Besides, I'd simply turn to a book and read your story if I really want to know. Whoa now, let's not go there yet. Well, how about you? I'm curious to know what our head librarian thinks. Me? Indifferent. I've seen relationships and scripted deaths too many times and repeat. So I've been trying to run a system where people are free to choose their own destiny this time around, free from any coercion. I mean, sure, they all read the warnings and invitations and agree to the terms by signing their names, but it's still a bit dirty, you know? You're unkillable and I can revive whenever I die. Again with that, I thought you said my method is fair. Yeah, you aren't wrong. Much more polite and fair than most things in the city. Okay. Another boss encounter that I can have. Well, let's go ahead and burn the Lulu book. Yeah, I'll burn a bunch of these, I guess. I don't think any of these are compelling. Yeah, I'll burn 5. Here we go. Only friend 1 and 3, but I'm not sure that I could have gotten the others. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully we can get all 3 Lulus from this. If not, well, didn't get any Lulus from it. Okay, I'm going to repeat that mission then. And also, I'm going to try to get more Marses actually. Alright, I equipped Todd with Roland's thing so that they could take on the monstrosity here, which is apparently today's shy look. Oh, there's one of you not standing behind the faces. Kid still hides behind masks. You have to be considerate of its mood. Okay. Do I though? Okay, well... I'm going to assume that happy is good for me. Okay, that was a good start. Shoot. Go defense, and wait for it to be happy. That was a good thing. Boom. It's super happy. One to 5 or potential bleed. Let's go potential bleed. Come on. Boom. Okay, it's almost dead. It's staggered, fantastic. Then this has a good chance of finishing it. There we go. Okay, okay. Shy look is now shy gone. Alright, here's the books you wanted. Thanks. You drop the mister and just call me Roland. Can I, Roland? Much better. Feels awkward. You'll get used to it. How's the collection going? Not sure if the city is anything worth. A life written out. Complex, good, personal affairs. Blindly hate, fixers, understand, we go and goal, excuses, personal affairs. Confused, thinking, your heart, easier that way. So your advice? Here's a favorite phrase of mine. That's that and this is this. You don't live in a world that can embrace everyone's private matters. Okay. Thanks for the advice, but the phrase comfort does sound like a motto that will redeem your life. Well, I suppose people have their own ways of interpreting things. I'll leave the books here. Okay. There we go. So first we have the downside. Look of the day. Library in space constantly shifts. Okay, so depending on the face, power. And then social distancing. Oh boy. Behind the skin won't be pretty. Okay, so don't look behind it. Blocks are more powerful and stagger damage is increased on deflecting. For the other one, when using a page, all block dice on that page gain power equal to the number of defensive dice on said page. Okay. Urban legend. And I savor the magnificent fragrance of sacrifice. So leaving Sans alive will probably make Sans want to go Megalovania. Tell me, who do you think you are to be the one who gets through the mist and claim the collapsed nest in the end? It's difficult for me to predict the outcome of this event, Underboss. It's been a while since we were involved in bloodshed at this scale. I was certain we should not allow the index to take over the yolk. Also, at the middle, the ring and the pinky seem to be too occupied with their own business to take part. So that's relief. You heard of the library, recently appointed urban legend? Perhaps it'll be closely related to this nest we're so concerned with. Go on. Looks like we're about to ride a real big wave. What wave? At this rate, the library will be exalted to being an urban legend from its status being an urban myth. The city is brimming with cheap urban myths. It's really hard to tell which are real and which ones are made up. Yeah, I imagine a bunch of nobodies disappearing doesn't really matter. But if we make someone important disappear, neat. What's more, a lot of those urban myths turn out to be pretty plain and boring to get down to the root of it all. The real fun begins when an urban myth gets recognized as an urban legend. You're being too roundabout. The associations designate us for higher grade being expect to attract guests of higher classes with more valuable information. Is that what you're trying to say? You got it. Urban legends get talked about. People begin to acknowledge us actual phenomenon in the city that's worth their attention. You see, when I was a kid, my grandma used to tell me tales about all sorts of urban legends. They'd always send a chill down my spine. Ah, shoot. Didn't want to be reminded of the old days. Family? Yeah, family. Lost them all, though. So, you're without a family now. No one's with me anymore. I was raised by my grandmother. Don't know how my parents passed away, and grandma disappeared without notice one day, and then never mind, it's nothing special. What are you even trying to say? Anyways, you said your goal is to get this one book that'll give you freedom, right? That's right. I want the freedom to leave this place, and the freedom to live as myself, and the freedom to forget. Then, is freedom the only reason you're trying to gather all these? You're only half right. During my time living underground, I could only pick up fragmented information about the outside world. I've seen and heard the same stories over and over and over again. I want to hear new stories now. I want to see new faces. That's also why I'm looking for the book that contains everything about the world. And a little bit of revenge at the same time. Revenge, huh? For what? I'm taking revenge on the abominable person and world that made me into what I am. Only after I've completely and thoroughly destroyed everything he dreamed for will my freedom finally be whole. I wonder if they mean the player, or if there's something else in Lobotomy Corporation. So you'll finally get to the freedom and vengeance you want if we keep following where this invitation leads to. It'll guide me to the book that will let me achieve such things, to be exact. How exactly those wishes will come true is beyond me. The one book that will complete me in the library. If I can find that one absolute book containing everything I want to know, all will be resolved. Wait, hold on, that's your whole plan? Just find the book? You don't know exactly how to earn that freedom and stuff? The only thing I know for sure is that I will become whole at the end of the journey, led by the invitation. Library has infinite space. I could extract infinite books from countless guests and store them all if I wanted. But simply collecting books that are mostly filled with junk without a clear purpose in mind is rather inefficient, don't you think? Hence, the invitation's guidance along the path that leads to the book I want to obtain, and as I explained, let's say you got the one book somehow, but you don't even know what it'll exactly do to make you whole. I don't care what happens to me, I'll be satisfied with anything as long as I get the results. It's almost scary how tenacious you are. Perhaps. Netzach, librarian of the arts, is lying flat on the floor, huh? Yep, they're just lying there. Before turning back, the books are all over the floor. Zero motivation. Hello, Mr. Netzach, patron librarian. If you keep refusing to cooperate, Angela's going to be mad with me. Please wake up. Know how it feels to give everything you got, make something, only to see it break? Tried so hard building a sandcastle and I got swept away by the waves. And I bet it was Angela who made those waves. I was woken up once again, called to take charge of the work I don't want yet again. Leave me alone for a bit, I want to go back to sleep. Oh boy, boy oh boy. How could every one of you hate Angela so much? Please help me, will ya? We're in the same boat, you know? You're pitiable, man. How'd you end up in a place like this? I know, right? I think I'm in a pretty miserable spot too. So you can please spare me some of that sympathy for us working hard together? Probably know already. Netzach, librarian on the artsy floor. I wonder, what kind of work? Library, sorting books, apparently. Back, lies down. I want, don't have a choice in the matter, please work. Okay, okay. Ooh. Level Keter can now actually do something interesting. I suppose I should give you a key page, right? Take Lulu. Which is probably ironic in some capacity that I can't understand. Here you go. And now, you're going to need your old build back, right? So go ahead and take it. That leaves someone without a build. That's not really a concern, but I suppose I can give you something to wear. A person to wear, I should say. Alright, non-stop assault, set fire, and track. There we go. Now I'm very curious. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so you two are fairly capable. What is that thing? That's new. I think, anyway. Okay. My body would be filled with energy whenever I got this thing's help. That thing can give power? Huh, does it feel like having two hearts or something? So... the front one doesn't do anything. Those lose 4 health if a character didn't deal damage. Okay. So the front one is defending. I'm not sure who's the biggest threat here. But since they can't do heavy hits, I'm going for the front one. Here we go. There. Ouch. Alright, alright. So I guess what impacts whether it's a green that appears or a red that appears is purely if... what is it? When you do this, if you have successes or failures. Okay, so anyway. Here you go. I keep wanting to call Roland Jacob because of my playthrough. Let's see. Yeah, just keep beating that thing up. Sure, make it fragile. And you overpower it. Alright. No mercy. Yeah, scars. So that you're more difficult to kill. 1, 2. Then you overpower it. Fantastic. Ouch. I think I might have been supposed to kill that one last, considering the dialogue I got. Yeah, you hit both of them, and then you overpower the top one. There we go. There. Feeling good. And you rampage. There. Ouch, ouch. There. Not enough energy for you to act this turn. You dodge and strike. Dead. And you are now vulnerable, and that's not working out for you, is it? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you have to skip, but you can rampage. And rampage you will. Yeah, attacking Roland won't help you much. Here we go. You do a rat. You do a dodge and strike. Dead. Pretty quickly is right, but let's not complain. Instead, let's embrace whatever prize we get. What's the prize going to be? Hey yo, Angela, I called them all. Malkuf, Isad, Netzak, and Hod. It's been a while since I saw you all gathered in one place. Angela, what are you trying to accomplish with this? Nothing special, I simply wanted to meet up with all of you. Alright, let's loosen up everybody. We've got nothing to talk about, the likes of you. Wait, I do. I have a problem with the process of retrieving the light. You don't want to kill the guests with your own hands, do you? And you don't want to suffer yourselves, either. He's right, even though the guests chose to come in here, we shouldn't drive people to death as part of our work again. It's not right. You were already killing hundreds upon hundreds of employees, but now you're upset about killing a few strangers? Hypocrites. Don't lump me with you lot, will you? I at least seek agreement from them. Got anything else to say, Netzak? We thought that would be the last of it, not any more of this. We don't have a choice, Netzak. Nothing we say will get through her anyway. You're still so cold and heartless, Angela. Sigh. Don't be so emotional now. I know you all realize deep inside your hearts that this is the only way. You didn't want to do this, you shouldn't have tried to stop me in the first place. Leave, all of you. Okay, so now I get another party member. And some new things. One is two downsides, unfortunately. One is gain more strength at each scene, but if no one did any damage, they lose their maximum health, I'm assuming not permanently. But hey, at least that lets me quickly manage kills. Then urging, more max health, and speed. Borrowed, its rate of contraction will double. Okay. And then another downside, higher tier one though. The selected one dies at the end of the third scene after which this was chosen. Gain 4 strength, endurance, haste, and protection each scene until death. All stagger damage resistance changed to ineffective. A heart found an owner. It still beats even after removed from its body. That's crazy. For a short time, it's really good. For a short time. No tier 3 things though, which I was a bit disappointed about. Okay, so welcome Joy. I'm sure you will be a real joy to have on the team. Here you go, we need to craft you a build, don't we? Well, we already have Rampage as an option. Maybe non-stop assault, but I think this does more damage. Honestly, you can Rampage too. And then for you, anything that supports the team, no. You just take the heal. And then for your last thing, paralysis. That could be obnoxious. I'm not sure I want to deal with that. Instead, let's just take something of 0. Gathering intel. Alright. So I think that's where we're ending here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.